Hey everyone, Dragon Knight here. So another video for the Zur series. This is actually going to be video 3. Zur's at the reef this time, so kill two birds with one stone. Go ahead and grab our passage for trials, as well as get on over here and knock out the Zur series video. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into it. First off, this is the second week in a row that Zur has not been selling 3 coin, which is if you watch the first series or the first video of the series, you would have seen that this is actually the item that I actually suggested everyone to buy. There's never any wrong in buying 3 of coin, increasing the chance for an exotic drop. Going from the top, actually Zur is not selling for like the first time in probably forever, maybe a legacy Ingram. He's selling an exotic Ingram, so it is a straight up Ingram that can drop at up to 400 light. So if you need a helmet specifically, then go ahead and take advantage of this. In my previous videos said to stay away from the Legacy Ingram, but that is different than the Exotic Ingram. A Legacy Ingram is a year 1 helmet, whereas the Exotic Ingram is a year 3. So, or year 2, whatever. Year 3. But it will be capable of dropping up to 400 light, whereas a year 1 I think dropped up to like 160 or 170. Next is the Crest for the Titan. If you're familiar with the Crest for the Hunter, it does the same exact thing. I feel like it's very useful for trials, but I feel like it is not the best exotic for the Titan. So depending on what Titan class you run, if you run Fist of Havoc, or if you run Hammers, then I personally run the Twilight Garrison on my Titan for Titan skating purposes, but it's and for evade purposes because I'm so used to doing that with Shade Step on my Hunter. But it's not bad because Trials is in, and faster revives are very useful in Trials. Next is the Don't Touch Me gloves. I strictly say this is a PvE because you're not going to fool anyone in PvP with your invisibility, but in PvE it can be very useful for sneaking around a very populated area, staying alive, all and whatnot. So anyways, moving on, Hypothesis Veil, immediate health, melee, and grenade regeneration on activating your super. This can be useful, I guess, in PvP. I would definitely find it useful in PvE, but it's not one of the best exotics in the class, so I personally would not prefer that be something that you choose to run. So, if you like what it does, then that's fine, but if not, know that there are better exotics out there for the Warlock. Next is the Auto Rifle. As I've stated in my previous video, either 1 or 2 of the series, the Doctrine Pass and Adept or regular from year 2 Trials of Osiris, as well as the Vision Stone or Vision Stone Adept from year 3 Trials of Osiris, are probably the only auto rifles I would trust running. Zahala Supercell I think is more of a PvE weapon. Hardlight's decent for PvP, but it's going to get out-primaried by many weapons in the Crucible nowadays. So I would stay away from this unless you're a beginner player. Actually, ironically, me and Rue, as well as Rue's girlfriend, actually all started with this gun as our very first exotic gun that we used, and it was good for a little while. But then it got replaced by Hard Light, and then we realized, hey, we need to stop being noobs. Auto rifles in general are not, the smartest thing to run if you want to get really good at this game. So, as I said, right there, auto rifles, stay away from them unless you have either Doctrine Pass and Adept, or Vision Stone or Vision Stone Adept. Alright, next, moving on to the second row, as always, the vehicle upgrades that are completely stupid. Heavy Ammo Synth is available in 2 different kinds, 3 and 10, as it was last week, as well as the Glass Needles that are always here. And then the bottom row, the Metallite and the Exotic Shard. So, every week, guys, this is going to pretty much be whittling down to less length video because I will have already gone over this stuff in my previous video. My plan is for everyone that watches series to watch each video. If you miss one here and there, that's fine, but I don't plan on repeating everything that I said in my very first video, in my second video, and then in my third, and so on, because that's going to get really boring for the people who actually do what they're intended to do with a series and watch each video, because then I'm just going to be repeating myself time and time and time again for the sake of the new viewers, which it's the new viewers' responsibility to go back and watch the other video if they're interested, and to get caught up. So pretty much, guys, that's all for this video. A final thought, I actually ironically would say that Exotic Ingram, if you're looking for a helmet, definitely jump on that because it's not a Legacy Ingram now, it's an Exotic Ingram. can drop it to 400. If you're doing some PvE, I mean, definitely jump on that heavy ammo scent at 10. It's only costs 3 strange coin. If you need to change the properties, grab the glass needles. Exotic shards are always a nice buy. I'm gonna buy a couple just because. Let's see how many I have. I don't think I had actually. Whoa! I did not realize I had 21, well 19 before those two. So I'm not gonna buy any more. Still leaves me 70 strange coin. I don't think I need any helmets or anything. I'm pretty set, so I'm gonna save them because hopefully next week Bungie will figure out what glitch happened or what's going on, and Zero will be selling 3 coins again because I have like 60, 64. So that'll last me for at least a couple weeks, but I want to make sure I have enough strange coins so that when he sells again and I'm low, I can stock up. So anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching video 3 of the series for the Xur series, and catch me next time in the Crucible, as well as if I go false today, I'll go ahead and have that video out as well. Alright, thanks guys.